It's always the things that aren't on your radar that you need to be concerned about. Hey, Outside World, Mike here. As farmers, we know a lot of things are predictable, but just as many things aren't. We know that we plant, we take care of animals, all these different things, irrigate, fertilize, all this kind of stuff. We know how to deal with that, we know how to anticipate it, but there's so many curveballs in there. When it's available, how much it costs. These things are unknown. Nature, what's nature going to do to us? But those are all part of the job. That's part of what we do. That's part of what kind of makes it exciting in some ways. The unknown. Pitting your knowledge and your experience against all those things that you don't know. But there are times that, it just really throws you a curve. You just had no way to anticipate, and all of a sudden, bam, there it is. In a lot of ways, I think this is what makes military veterans good farmers. We're used to the unknown. We train for what we know, but on the other hand, we're always prepared for it to go wrong. Kind of a saying in the military, if it's going according to plan, it's probably an ambush. And there's a lot of that applies to farming as well. Let me give you an example. These are 5 1,550-gallon holding tanks for our irrigation system. We installed those 6 years ago. They've been through 6 winters here in Alaska, here at this site, and serving us well, standing up to everything that nature has to throw at them. A few days ago, bam, all of a sudden looked over and said, wait a minute, something's not right. 2 of these 5 tanks have collapsed. The dome is caved in, totally out of the blue. Why now? Why after 6 years? The snowfall wasn't any greater than it was 3 or 4 of the last 6 years. What was different? Why did it happen? Don't know. Had no idea that this would happen. I immediately contacted the manufacturer, Greer Tank, up in Fairbanks, Alaska. They're the ones that made them. Sent them some pictures. I have to say those folks were very responsive, but they said that they have never seen this happen with these tanks before. Lucky me, huh? But the theory is, according to them, is that as soon as the weather warms up, these tanks get warm and a little more pliable, I should be able to pressurize them with an air compressor and pop these lids out. Well, you can obviously see there's still a lot of snow on the ground, so that's going to have to wait, isn't it? I'll let you know how that turns out in a few weeks. Now, these are outdoor, above-ground tanks. They're designed to be out in the weather. At the same time I contacted Greer Tank, I also contacted Natural Resource Conservation Service, part of USDA. Their engineers helped design our system and helped us get this project going. And I said, okay, here's what I've got. We're 6 years in, and this happened. They came back and sent me a diagram and said, yeah, that happens. And here's some things you can do, some framework that you can put around these or in these tanks to keep it from happening. My question is, I live in a heavy snow load area in Alaska. Why wasn't I told this in the beginning? At any rate, we're going to wait for warmer weather, and I'm going to try and pressurize these. Greer Tank is sending me some new caps to go on top of these tanks that will seal them. Thank you, Greer Tank. And we'll put some air to them. They say just a couple of PSI, and they should pop back out. Live and learn.